Brought to you by VFTV.
Welcome, Vault Club members, to another exclusive preview for you guys of what Topperzstore is dropping next. So, Pierre, show me what I have not seen before.
Some of it you haven't seen for sure. So, this one we stayed pretty true to like the seasons that are in right now. So we've got NFL, we've got NHL, and then we've got Friday the 13th, which is right around the corner.
Yes.
There was a couple next year. There's one Friday the 13th, but this year I think there was a couple. But it's interesting. There's one in December this year. So we went all out. We got some good stuff to show you guys for the month of December, Friday the 13th. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is we also have 3 Florida Panthers hats that I'm not showing today. Those we have one in Oceanside in red, and one with real trees. So you guys probably saw I posted that, the side patches of those, but those are available to invoice as well. Pat, you want to talk a little bit about those? Because those were the old school logos. So I know you, I'm not a huge fan of the new Panthers logo, so I was really excited to see this.
Yeah, sometimes it's really weird, right? Because sometimes franchises change their logos from the old ones, which were much better, to new ones. And I mean, the Florida Panthers are kind of that. As I heard a lot of you guys in the USA, you say it's like a soccer club, the new logo.
I say that, but I don't know about
you say that. Yeah. I like, to be honest, I like both of them. It's pretty cool. Still, it's a difference because how should I say? It's weird that all of these teams that are from the South, like Florida or something like that, who are winning all the Stanley Cups. I mean, this is not the usual place to play hockey, but still a super cool logo, and I'm super glad that we can work now with these vintage hockey logos too, and more of these are coming. So that's fantastic.
Well, just because I don't like it doesn't really mean too much. It means I don't like it, but there's been a lot of downgrades over time with some of these franchises. I think the worst is probably the Ducks, right?
Yeah, this was also rebranding, but I think I'm not 100% sure, because in this history stuff I'm not that good at. It was like that Disney was co-owner of them or something like that. Then they moved out, and then now it came back. But anyhow, I think this is still one of the best logos. So and I'm very glad that they made a better version out of it. So this is something I have to admit, because it's also a lot of discussions about that. But I think the new logo is better than the old one with the small updates.
Yeah, I think he looks a little angrier.
Yep.
And I was looking at it the other day, and there's like the little holes in the mask are like aligned a little bit differently. But I think the new one is better looking. I agree with you there.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna jump into this now. I think the Falcons lost yesterday, right?
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not watching that much football currently, because if there is football and hockey at the same time, I'd rather watch hockey.
Well, they're still in first place, so I'll tell you that they're in a very weak division, but I think they're still in first
place.
I
know that they lost. Yeah,
your buddy Kirk Cousins threw a lot of interceptions. So let's start with NFL. You ready? We'll start with the NFL. Yep. So we started. We're going to start here with the team that's looking to three-peat this year. Just a nice, clean black, green UV Kansas City Chiefs with that 50th anniversary patch. Want to keep it simple. They're 11-1 right now.
This yellow looks so good. It's so rich yellow. It's perfect.
Yeah,
it's really good.
And the script is really thick, so it's like it just makes it look even better. So really fantastic hat. So that's the first NFL hat. Next up, what could have been Aaron Rodgers, man. A lot of people like this old school Jets logo.
Yeah, I like it too. Corduroy makes it even better.
Yeah, yep. And for me, the corduroy sets this off. So this is green corduroy, probably, in my opinion, the best of the corduroys. You've got that metallic green across the front with that old school Jets logo, the 50th anniversary patch. Then on the back, we give a little military look. That Jets logo.
I like it.
That's the Jets. Next up, the Arizona Cardinals. We want to do something that kind of captured Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald is probably one of the most reliable receivers in the history of football. The guy rarely dropped passes. Insane consistency. So we wanted to put together a Larry Fitzgerald. So what we did here is just black with that red visor. The Cardinals is outlined metallic gold to give it a little bit of a special look. You got that Super Bowl patch on the side, the shield.
Yep.
This guy is one of the most underrated wide receivers in history, man. I know a lot of people talk about him being fantastic, but I don't think people really look at the numbers. This guy never dropped passes, Pat. This guy, if you threw it to him, he was catching it.
Great head.
Now, we did a Vic 1.0 that had some satin in it, so we wanted to do a Michael Vick 2.0 and kept it nice and clean.
Beautiful logo.
All black. One of my favorite logos in all sports, that Falcons logo. You can kind of see that raised embroidery from the side. The draft patch from the year that Vic was drafted. Green UV. Just a super clean. And we didn't go really deep on all of these NFL hats, guys. So lucky you're a Vault Club member because you guys should be able to hit on these. But for the greater public, it may be a little bit tougher. Next up, this is the Air McNair. Now, this guy was uber talented, a fantastic quarterback coming out of Alcorn State. You got this two-tone. Now, this Super Bowl, this is a loser patch, I'm going to tell you guys, but this is a Super Bowl that if you haven't watched it or you don't know what happens at the end of this Super Bowl, it's incredible. This is a Super Bowl that really you thought McNair was going to win, and it came up a little bit short, but this guy, talented.
Nice.
All right. The 49ers, and poor Christian McCaffrey went down with an injury last night. Looks like his season's over again, but God, this is beautiful.
Yep.
Burnt wood, metallic red, metallic gold. This thing.
Beautiful.
Now, one more NFL cap to round it out. So we did a lot of these draft hats, man. I still have them back here. I love them so much. There's a stack of them here. And then we did the Vic 2.0. This is the Sean Alexander. So we haven't done a lot of satin visors of late, but Sean Alexander was an amazing running back for the Seahawks. He was drafted in 2000. Went with Stone. That's a satin navy visor, which is a really rich looking navy.
Beautiful.
Look at this, man.
The gold. Yeah. I'm glad that they approve something like that now.
I know. I think you walked away for a minute, came back. You're like, oh, wow, that's nice. And then we touched it up a little bit more, and it came out perfectly.
Yeah.
See the eye, too, man. It just looks great, man. This is just a fantastic hat. Another one to add to the draft collection if you guys have been collecting along the way, because I know a lot of you have. All right. Now we're going to go into some NHL, and then we're going to get into Friday the 13th. So NHL, we've got 3 Blackhawks, a Ducks, a Devils, and a Flyers.
Yeah. Broad Street Bullies.
And you and I broke a rule on this one. We're not doing any more caps, NHL caps, without the shield on the back, but this one needed what we put on the back.
It was worth it.
Had to put it on there.
Yeah, especially if you look at the outline, how the piece embroidered. This is like a special stitching. This is really cool.
It's beautiful. This guy was
very limited. This one.
Yes, this one's very limited. Look at this. This came out so good. I love this hat.
Yeah.
This guy. I don't know. I know everyone loves gritty, and I get this guy isn't a mascot, so to speak, but I'm going. I don't know, man. I think this guy is awesome.
Yeah, this guy punches you directly in your face.
Yeah, it's more my kind of guy, you know. All right. Next up, we weren't sure this was going to get approved because it got like that Gucci colorway, but it got approved.
Yeah, that's great. This was a crossover between the old jersey and the new one, so it's great to see that this green and black, it goes so well together. Gives me always the vibes when they were like really, really good some years ago. Beautiful hat.
I'm happy this one got approved. And there's a lot of gold kind of outlining in there. This thing is beautiful. I like this logo with the circle much better than the one that's just isolated.
Yeah, I like it too. Yeah.
All right. And this one's really cool because we wanted to go old school with this. I used to wear hats just like this in high school. So you've got a red cord, Blackhawks hockey across the front. We put that guy on the side. That needed to be there, right? I mean, the Blackhawk needed to be there.
Absolutely. This is really old school. White guts, Kelly green UV, and then the corduroy. Beautiful.
Yep. Perfect. I used to hate that my parents used to buy me corduroy pants every year because they were sturdy.
Yeah, they were much more like thicker than this material is, right?
Yeah. They were a little warmer than this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sitting with your corduroy pants on corduroy sofas.
Ugh. That's a terrible thought.
Yeah.
Now we got a couple of Blackhawks here, and I really like how these came out. So,
oh yeah,
little two-tone brown and red.
Yeah, with the burnt wood, it looks even more. It pops really good.
It does.
Yeah.
And the one tweak we did is what we customarily do with some of our Blackhawk hats is we made his face copper.
Yep.
So metallic. We put some metallic gold in those lines in his hair. You got that Stanley Cup patch on the side.
Yep.
Guys, came out good too.
Mm-hmm.
And then next up, it just fits on woodland camo.
Yeah. That's the best side patch they have.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. I like all of them that are round to look like a puck.
Yeah, we use this one, right, on the black hat, I think.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Love it. And before we get into the 4 Friday the 13th hats I have to show, we have this thing, which came out really nice too.
Oh, yeah. This is insane.
If you notice, we blacked out a lot of the elements here to kind of just allow focus on the most important pieces.
Exactly. And pewter. Metallic pewter. Beautiful. This came out really good.
Really good. This is like the 2.0 to our first one. The first one was great too, but I actually, I don't know, man. I kind of like the way this one looks better.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, this logo is different.
Yep. Now, so we've got 4 Friday the 13th hats here. There's one that's in transit right now that I will show you guys through the Discord and whatnot, so you can see that one ahead of time too. But these are the ones that we have in hand right now. So we're going to start with the one I'm wearing.
Mm-hmm.
So your 1.0 in Europe was amazing. We decided to do a 2.0. That's a two-tone here in the States. And this thing came out really clean.
Beautiful.
I love how it came out.
I love that logo. I cannot see enough of this.
It's so you can't get sick of that logo, man.
Nah. Yeah, that's badass. That's really cool.
This is what sets it off, the red UV.
Yep. Came out really good.
I love this hat.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Then we got 2 real trees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is a different one. Just that you guys know, this is a different one. This is the elevated version from what we dropped in Europe. It's another one. It's not the same.
This thing came out so good.
Bloody.
So good. And then last but not least.
Yeah.
Look at that real tree edge stamp right in the front there.
Yep. Great.
God. Yeah, these came out good, man.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
That wraps it up, Pat. But beautiful. I just want to remind you. Go ahead. Sorry, Pat. Go ahead. What you say?
No, beautiful. Crazy week again.
Another crazy week, man. We got more coming too. it's just nonstop. So I know we got more orders on the way. So just a couple other things, guys, just to remember. First and foremost, there's 3 Florida Panthers hats that we did not show tonight. One's in Oceanside, one's in Oceanside in red, a 2-tone, and one is in Realtree. All of them have that old school Florida leaping panther on the front. So stay tuned for that one. But you can ask for it now if you want. But there's going to be very little time between when I actually receive them to when they drop. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. If you're not sure about the colorways, go take a look at my Instagram. I did post a side view of those caps. And there will be one more Friday the 13th cap that's coming in. It's another actually licensed Friday the 13th, not a Ducks, another licensed Friday the 13th. And as soon as that arrives, I'll show that as well. But that's it, man. That's it. So if you guys are, it's now, I don't know how many minutes we are, but now the video is wrapping up. So you can put in your invoice request now at mh@topperzstoreusa.com. These will ship more towards the end of the week as we continue to wait for the remainder of the shipment. But they'll be in any day now. So that's it, man. I want to thank you, Pat, for joining me. I want to thank all the Wall Club members.
Yes.
Fantastic as always. And with that, you want to take us away, Pat?
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure that you get your request in time so that you can get one of these beautiful hats or even more. So thank you for tuning in. It was a pleasure like always.
Thank you, everybody.